Why do some people exercise, eat healthy food, they're healthy, fit and strong, and other people don't seem to care? The statistics worldwide haven't changed since I've been in the exercise profession all of my life, which is 9 out of 10 people either don't want to exercise at all, they don't, or if they are exercising, what they're doing isn't adding any value to their longevity, to their energy. It's not really adding any value to their life. In fact, most people hate exercise. They do it because they don't want to get fat, which is a real negative reason to exercise, isn't it? So what motivates people, what drives people like me? I think I'm very unique, and if you're healthy, fit and strong like me, you might feel the same way. Because I can't live without exercise. I've just trained, I'm now in the kitchen because I'm going to eat healthy food. I want my body to feel strong, be lean, be energetic and be healthy. I don't want to get sick and diseased, old and fat. How about you? So is it possible that there's not enough motivation to exercise? And that seems really weird to me, and I have to be careful because I've exercised all of my life, so I don't get that headspace. If you know that something's going to keep you lean, keep you strong, keep you fit, give you great self-esteem, keep you healthy for the rest of your life, stop you from getting fat, stop you from getting diseased, helps you sleep better, feel better about yourself, all those amazing things that exercise does, why don't people do it? And the other really perplexing one to me, and this might be interesting to you too, are the people who say they want to be healthy. So they join a gym, or they pay a personal trainer, or they go on an eating plan that they think is going to change their body, and they stick to it for half a bee's willy of time. A bee's willy is very short, obviously. And they, even though they started and they paid money, they don't keep going. And I hear this all the time, I'm just not motivated. Well, of course, motivation comes from doing. So when you do get fit and strong, you are more motivated to stay fit and strong, of course. When you start getting results, you become more motivated to keep going. But is it possible that some people wait to feel motivated before they start? Or I want to be motivated to exercise, which of course most people never are, so they never do anything about it. I'm asking these questions because as an old lady, I'm very sad for the world. The world is fatter, sicker, weaker, more diseased, softer, pathetic, really. As humans, it's very simple to be healthy, fit and strong. That's not a complicated process. But the world seems to be getting worse and worse, have you noticed? And if, like me, you are committed to being healthy, fit and strong, and you want your kids to be healthy, fit and strong, or you want the world to be a better place, I know that sounds motivational rah-rah, but I don't want to live in a fat, sick, weak, diseased, depressed world. How about you? So what do we need to do differently to motivate people? And I think that's a really silly question, because surely exercise and eating healthy and having a healthy, fit, strong body should be a self-motivation. The reverse of being healthy, fit and strong is fat, weak, diseased, depressed, get old fast, have no energy, feel disgusting. Why do people want to feel like that? And the other interesting thing about that is I think we have a lot of kids now who have never felt any different. They've grown up, or they were born with a phone in their hand, Coke in their drink bottle, crappy food in their life from when they were born, so they don't know what it feels like to be healthy, fit and strong. They've got no comprehension of that. So as an adult, and I always feel a responsibility for this because I'm an old lady, I've lived my life as a healthy, fit, strong person. But that's because when I was a very young girl, I said, if a young girl looks into my life when I'm an old lady, I want her to see that it's possible to be healthy, fit, strong, which means then a strong brain, which means you make better decisions about your career, about your business, about your finances, about the people that you put into your life. I want to be the living, breathing example of that, because when I went looking for healthy, fit, strong, happy human beings a very long time ago, I couldn't find very many. I found some people that were happy, and I found some people that were fit, and I found some people that were wealthy, but I couldn't find any people that were healthy, fit and strong, had a career or business that they love, they were financially free, and they had great people in their life, which is what my whole life has been dedicated to. So this is a personal plea, a request, my begging position. If you are somebody that's healthy, fit and strong, and you are living that example by you've got a stack of energy, you're lean and healthy, you make great decisions about your life, you are living as a fit, strong, happy person, to me that's the ultimate example of it's possible, so that people can actually see that it's possible, particularly as you get older. So when you're 20 and 30, of course it's not unusual, or it shouldn't be unusual to be healthy, fit and strong. It's getting more and more unusual, unfortunately. But as I get older, I feel even more responsible. So as a 60, 70, 80-year-old lady, I want 20-year-olds to look into my life and say, wow, she's really fit, she's really strong. I just had an example recently in a push-up competition, and I'm a very old lady, 6 decades on the planet, and I can do very easily do 50 push-ups without even thinking about it. By 49, 50, I've had enough, but I can do 50 push-ups, and I'm not sharing that with you to impress, but to express that there's no reason to get old. There's no reason to get fat. There's no reason to be diseased. Some diseases are very bad luck, but even if you have one of those bad luck diseases, when you're fit and when you're strong and when you're mentally tough, you can handle it better. The people in my life who've had to deal with horrible, unlucky diseases, and most cancers are not, I use cancer as an example, they are not unlucky diseases. Most cancers, and if you talk to oncologists, they will definitely share this with you, about 80% of cancers are brought on by lifestyle, because you don't eat healthy and because you're inactive, your body has a weak immune system, so you can't fight that horrible disease. But the unlucky 20% that get that disease, if you do keep your body healthy, fit and strong, you're more likely to be able to fight it, to recover quicker, to handle the process of recovering quicker, and it's less likely to come back. So surely that's a motivation, but it seems that for some people it's not. So here's my question, and a very, very personal question. It's easy to say that you want something, but surely your actions prove that you actually want it and you're going to make it happen. It's easy to talk about something. I want to be healthy. I want to be financially free. I want to have a great career. I only want to have great relationships. But they don't fall out of the sky in a pretty pink box. You actually have to go and make them happen. So I share this again, not to impress, but to express. Whether I'm happy or sad or angry or frustrated or annoyed or tired or injured, it doesn't affect how I live my life. I still exercise every day, and I have done every single day of my life. I have never missed a day of exercise since I was 10 years of age. I started exercising properly at 13 because I got up off the ground and stopped doing silly, what I call cockroach exercises, side leg raises and donkey kicks and sit-ups, because they're obviously a waste of time, because that's not how the human body functions. But I've never missed a day of exercise because I'm committed to being healthy, fit and strong. So my life is a visual of that. One of the questions I always ask people, if somebody came into your house when you weren't there, would they be able to judge what kind of person you are based on the condition of your home? The way it looks, how clean it is, how messy it is, how organised it is, what kind of stuff you have in your home. And if you walk into our front door, the first thing you see is treadmill, cross trainer, tread desk, chin dip machine, deadlift bar, boxing bag, skipping ropes. You only have to look in, and we've got big glass windows at the front of our house. You only have to look into our house to see that the people that live there are obviously very committed to being healthy, fit and strong, because that's what's in their life. So who do you surround yourself with? Because there's a real interesting look at, if you surround yourself with fat, weak, diseased, lazy people who eat crappy food and don't exercise, you're more likely to end up like that. So who do you have in your life? What are your surroundings like, so that you prove to yourself and to the world that you are committed to something, versus just talking about it. Oh, I went on a diet, or I tried an eating or exercise plan, I paid for a personal trainer, I joined the gym, but it didn't work for me. If you really want something to work, is it possible that you have to do it, not just talk about it? So the beautiful thing, I'm in my kitchen, and I love being in here because I love food, and it's one of the reasons why I love to exercise, because when you've got a healthy, fit, strong body, you can eat whatever you bloody well want. That's one of the things that people share with me. I don't want to get healthy because I have to eat food I don't like. Well, why would you eat food you don't like? What a ridiculous thing to do. Why would you waste calories on stuff that you don't like? So if you want a healthy, fit, strong body that you can eat when you're hungry, stop eating when you're full, eat all the things that you love, don't eat any of the things that you don't like, you've got a stack of energy, high self-esteem, as you get older, you get fitter and stronger and healthier and leaner and more energetic rather than old, because that's that great quote. Some people get older and wiser and better, and some people just get older. Well, I don't want to be that person. But I want to be the living, breathing example for our kids, because our kids, what are they seeing? If you're an adult and you love your kids, or you love the people in your life, would you like them to look and feel the same way that you do? Would you like them to live their lives the same way that you do? Which is the tough question that I ask myself at 13. When I'm an old lady and a 13-year-old looks into my life, I want them to be able to see somebody that's healthy, fit and strong, has always had a career or business that they love, is financially free, and only has respectful people in their life. That's how I want to live my life. How about you? So rather than talking about it, let's do it. Rather than pretending that we want to be healthy, fit and strong, let's just be healthy, fit and strong so you can live your life to the max. Ha ha.